and welcome to the MonstrousWalker Show. I am your host, MonstrousWalker. And that gorgeous cover is associated with my book I'm the author of. I am also a game inventor. And I am the inventor of what else but MonstrousWalker's guessing game. And our mystery is Spiral. Let's get to the action. Here we are off to the book crossing site. And most recent guesses, last post. Here we go. Parent thread. And we've got to prepare ourselves for a heart attack if someone has guessed Spiral. But 334 guesses into this thing, and I still don't feel like anyone's close. Severe long shot, I'm talking. Maybe Libra Romana, if she turns her thinking a little bit. Very unlikely to me. Radio waves. There's Libra Romana. Radio waves? Waves. Well, probably not that sharp. I think we had something. This feels like something similar to another guess we had dealing with waves. I think it's going to be good, but not that great. Waves kind of put you in mind of spirals, right? Wave, another wave, followed by a wave, followed by a wave. It's got the same feel of spiral round and round and round. And then one supposes that SETE is something to do with astronomy. Well, here we go. Our mystery is Spiral. It's always like Libra Romana guessed. Libra Romana is going hard when she plays. She's got some really fine scores, at least on the percentage side. Harley, companion and model. Stuff. He gives me stuff. All right. And that's been more typical. Now, this is interesting. Galaxy Zoo. Oh, my goodness. Well, Miss Markey's giving me some interesting things, too, actually. She's usually not there at solving time, but she'll come up with some good guesses. Some creative guesses sometimes, and more of a list-building nature. And I don't know what to make of this. If one of these is a TV show, we have a good chance because TV shows have done very well. There seems to be Spiral as a title or a part of a title of a TV show that is accounting for some of our big scorers in overall scores. So I would be especially encouraged if one of these is one or both are TV shows. Now, working Galaxy into it sounds like a really wise idea. Black Hole Sun. That's a top music song title, right? Yeah, right, yeah. Oh, song itself did very poorly. Music did very well. And what I'm thinking now is that we have a page with like a music and entertainment button as part of a larger website, but that the sweet spot is more along the lines of TV shows and not songs. Okay, yes, I like the song, and I suppose I didn't know the lyrics, so thank you for that. Hemisphere. Typing with one hoof. Hemisphere. Why? Astronomy. Hollywood and people. What do you think? Hollywood. For the most part, movies have done See, they guessed movies before they guessed TV, but we haven't had a good associative scores when we delve inside movies. We're doing much better going alongside movies than within, like alongside movies to television and not within movies to something like Close Encounters of the Third Kind. We also had Red Carpet, which is kind of a Hollywood guess, and that did not go anywhere. 3 months down, Peter is a photographer. 3 months down means, well, she's put out a New Year's resolution, and the idea is she was going to take a photograph a day and post it on her blog. And she's done this. Looks like she's going to achieve it. Looks like a New Year's resolution she will achieve. Spiral, spiral, spiral. Showbiz and headlines. Spiral. We'll see. I kind of think it won't, Jules. Spiral, spiral, spiral. Now, just look, make sure. Okay, no guesses underneath. Rainbow leaves a print 10 hours ago. I'm supposed to come up with something every 12 hours. I kind of miss that sometimes, but it's a 2-a-day object. And I guess an ideal split, if I were to hold it to 2 posts, updates, would be 12 hours, have them be 12 hours apart. Okay. Showbiz and headlines, says Jules. Showbiz headlines. That is Jules's guess. Those are Jules's guesses. Showbiz headlines. Okay. Hollywood and People, says Peter. Hollywood Walk of Fame's already on the list. That's what that was about. So that didn't go anywhere. In fact, that went really, really badly. So I would not be real encouraged to do that. Oh, you know what? I was doing a little bit of peeking the other day, and I now have a leading theory of what is accounting for the high scores for television and I guess movies probably secondarily, and television in particular. And it's worrisome. It's worrisome if the people try to pursue that angle. Okay, Gray Flank guesses hemisphere. There's a line in Monstrous that uses the word hemisphere. If you were to tell me, I want you to find the moment in Monstrous best exemplified by the word hemisphere, ideally a moment in Monstrous that uses the word hemisphere. If you're going to say that that's the word of the day, that's my challenge, I can meet that challenge. Because I have something about saying that what if they wouldn't accept me? I'd be laughed right out of the hemisphere. So, Monstrous is a wide-ranging book. It's wide enough ranging that it uses the word hemisphere once. That's the point of telling you. So Gray Flint guessed hemisphere on April Fool's Day. And I don't remember one April Fool's joke. And it took me a while to realize it was April 1st. Black Hole Sun by Gray Flank and Soundgarden. Black Hole Sun. Also by Gray Flank. So now in this game, we have had Black Hole Guest. You've also had the Black Hole Guest. And now Black Hole Sun. The other two did well. Yeah, I think he's just got a song in his head. That's there's no point. He wants to print lyrics. He wants to relive a song. This isn't about guessing game savvy. Galaxy Zoo says, Miss Markey, and knowing nothing about Galaxy Zoo, I would suspect that the zoo part's supposed to be capitalized. Galaxy Zoo. And what else was it? The Explorers Club. I'm going to go for caps all around on that one. The Explorers Club. Apostrophe, possibly an apostrophe S for Explorers, at least as an alternative spelling. Very surprising that we had our best percentage yet on a TV show, and it is so surprising for no one to have gone back to the well with TV show titles. Companion and model were guessed by Harley. Companion and model. Companion and model. And then Liber Romana. Radio Waves SETI Institute. SETI, was it? Oh, really? Did that just watch that again? Did that autofill? That seriously autofill? Yeah. This tells me. Gosh, do I even remember? Oh, yes, now I remember it. Searching for like extraterrestrial intelligence. Yeah, now I remember that. I looked up that acronym earlier. So they're kind of probably they're forgetful. Not terribly encouraging. Not terribly encouraging that even Liber Romana, even the person going hardest right now, does not know the list like the back of her hand. She's the one getting the big scores, and even she doesn't know the list like the back of her hand. That, maybe there's a tie-in. This is frankly one of the reasons I've decided to broadcast the guessing game, or ties into a reason that I want to broadcast the guessing game. I want this thing to spread. I want the world to play the guessing game, and particularly, but not for you to not to be inundated with new guessers at book crossing for myself personally, but to I would like to give birth to a few hosts, some hosts to go forward to other websites. Start the guessing game yourself at other websites after you know getting the hang of it, how it's done, and let's see if we can create a stronger class of players. Find a stronger class of players somewhere. Yeah, we're having fun here. But I don't know that we have. But I wonder, and you know what? Also, there was a time when we were going pretty hard, and when I think there was a time when people, some players at some times maybe did know a list like the back of their hand. I played a few games on the other side, and I knew some lists pretty well, but that was when there's even been a number of changes. One was that we used to do one guess at a time, and there was also a time the guesses would trickle in, and I would give feedback after only maybe 3 or 4 guesses typically. Now it's more common for players not to get feedback from me until there's been 10 guesses, and it does get unwieldy. But I do think we used to play harder than we do now. We have a nice, comfortable little thing that we like to do right now, throw out a couple, 2 guesses, and we're living and dying less on each individual guess, though. And this has been good in the tortoise versus the hare race. We had players who used to play a bit more like, I don't know, it's hares is the right way to put it, because it's not really about speed, but it may be in fact the opposite, sort of. We used to think really hard on the guesses, each individual guess, and we had this possibility of burning ourselves out if we didn't. We had a lot more fast solves in the early days, but if we didn't, it would be serious. If a mystery went to like 500 guesses, we didn't get it inside 100, as we've done many times. We didn't get it inside 200, and the thing drags on to 500 or whatever. It would be seriously demoralizing, and the people would be out of gas. They'd be making noises that they were out of gas. They had no clue. They were totally lost, and they would be bummed. They'd be bummed, they're trying to, I don't know, somehow trudge forward and be soldiers in the mud about it, but not having a good time after a certain point, because we were going too hard to sustain ourselves for the more difficult mysteries. And now we've adjusted our dispositions so that, this is just a nice little thing we do. We say hi to each other. We throw out a couple guesses. We're not living and dying. And we have much more capacity now to survive the rough patches, the longer games, or even to enjoy the longer games for the twists and turns that they take, and how just the meandering nature of of a nice long story, and not getting upset at all for a game being longer. Sometimes longer games are more interesting. They're more interesting adventures when they take more twists and turns. So the attitude is great for sustaining ourselves, but I miss some of those sub 100 guess solves that used to be fairly commonplace, and we haven't had one of those in ages. So it's too late for me, or I've got my work cut out for me with these 8 core people right now, and definitely have my work cut out for me. But I would love to, be a looky-loo, dropping in on some of the games that you might host, and so I can see how my baby is doing in different parts of the world and different websites. Um, maybe you can start up a group where they go hard, like my folks did in the early days, and see some fast solves. And why was I picking on Libra Romana? Why did Libra Romana bring me to this? Oh, she's not going. Even she doesn't know, like, back of her hand. Maybe you can get some young rabid players who go hard and come to know a mystery, know a list like the back of their hand, and maybe you can show some achievements in the guessing game. So show what is possible. Show us over here. Show us or remind us over here what is possible if you go hard, and what it is possible to achieve in the guessing game. One of the amazing things is you can get words. You can make mysteries out of words that no one has heard of. It's no problem at all to make a mystery out of something that no one has ever heard of, because we can search and learn as we go. And it is perfectly possible to take something you've never heard of and solve it inside 100 guesses. It's an everyday miracle of this game, or it can be. It can be if the players go hard and use all the tools at their disposal. So I would like to encourage an alternative universe, the discovery of many alternative universes of how the guessing game can play out. I have certainly more to say, but let's not stare at the screen any longer. Read Radio Waves in SCTI Institute, and let's see if anybody's come in since the last time I blabbed. Well, since the last time I recorded anything. No, the blabbing has never stopped, has it? Okay, so it's time to go. It's going to be time to go to deeper web, or quite soon it will. Let's make sure we don't have repeats. Showbiz. Headlines. I suppose the lines should be... Nope, lines. Headlines, okay. We're going to see the Hollywood Walk of Fame. There it is. But not Hollywood by itself, see? People. We're okay. I'm hitting enter twice, so if it doesn't jump, that means there's no other guesses. Whole Sun should do it. We have had Sun guests also. Zoo, I don't think... Whoa, oh,